Good morning, guys. How are we all doing? So Dan from Trading with Dan here. Officially, welcome to the weekend. It is Saturday. It is Saturday morning. Hope you guys are all well. If you guys wouldn't mind smashing that like button, and we will go straight over to these charts to see what is going on in Bitcoin land. So a little bit of cause for concern for the short term here. We have a 4-hour 9 at what is basically a resistance level. We could accelerate into this 9, hit either of these trend lines, and then potentially get rejected. I wouldn't like to say how far the rejection would come down. I mean, if we can get some acceleration on this 9, which ends, we've still got the vast majority of, we've still got 3 hours 16 minutes left of a 4-hour candle, so we can get a nice move up. And then obviously the higher we are up, the more obviously space below us we then have. So then ideally we could get caught at this level here. This is basically not far off where we are now, but that would obviously mean we'd have to get higher. Failing that, we will be in this this sort of no real support zone, nothing really going on, and that could potentially take us down. Well, it could take us down lower than these lows, potentially to this trend line or to this horizontal. So yeah, something we've got to be aware of on the short term, and obviously with it being the weekend, you never know what kind of price action we might get. But then obviously we don't have to. We can blast through this and keep going up. We also know that, or we could just trade sideways. And in all fairness, trading sideways at this level, would be good. It would be good, really. I think for the trend, certainly better than going down. Put it that way. Just look, see if we've got any other TDs. We had obviously this daily one, which seems to be playing out quite nicely. We took out the top of that level and are trading, well, looking to trade higher. So, sorry, just clear my throat. Yeah, it's looking constructive, guys. It is looking like we are, the most likely scenario is a test in the top side of the range, and then then we've got a shot to break it. We can't break the top side of the range whilst we're at the bottom of the range, and similarly, we can't break the bottom of the range whilst we're at the top of the range. So, yeah, that's kind of what I'm looking at there. Have a quick look at the stochastics. 4-hour well up there as well. So that is, whilst it can stay up here, and we've seen it get jammed up there before. A 4-hour 9 and a 4-hour toppy Stokes. I mean, at the very least, we could look for a bullish reset, and basically price action stay roughly where it is and trade sideways, which would be fine. Which I think would be I would be happy with personally. 10-hour looking 10-hour looking to resume its trend upwards as well. And then 12-hour looking good. A little bit further to go, then we will be in this full bullish area where we can start to get some good momentum going. And then her 12-hour looking like at some point it will. I mean, if we stay where we are today, I believe this will turn around. Stay where we are higher, this should turn around as well. So obviously, world markets are open. We've got very good closes for stock markets. Oil doing okay up there around on the basis no one's really using it. It's doing all right up there around the 40, near the 43s. Gold and silver had good closes. Still waiting for that $30 silver to win my bet. Two weekly 9 as well. Bearish looking candle. Not ideal looking on the face of this. If I just looked at this, ignore the time frame, and just, well, there's no point in ignoring time frames, but if I just looked at this, I'll think, okay, this is potentially problematic. But like I said, we are perfectly capable of blasting through 9s, and we are perfectly capable of trading sideways with 9s. We don't have to reverse, but obviously sometimes we do. Such as we had a very nice reversal here, which took us from, where did it even take us from? It took us from basically 7Ks to 10Ks. We had a nice reversal here that took us, like, say, from 12Ks to 6Ks. So historically, based on the last two, yeah. It is slightly worrying, but there's that song, isn't there? Two out of three isn't bad or something, or there's an expression, 2 out of 3 isn't bad or whatever. So if we get 2 out of 3 and this one isn't one, then that isn't bad, is it? And it's definitely not bad for Bitcoin if we don't get one this time. Anyway, let's go over to a more relevant time frame. For our more relevant for obviously the type of trading that we are involved in here. But yeah, I mean, 409, we could get an acceleration to the top of this trend line here, and then yeah, I mean, quite likely we could get a rejection. I am what I would expect from those 4-hour nines, sorry, those 2-week bi-weekly nines is volatility. Either albeit to the upside if we break above it and it's like, okay, we're ignoring this and the market realizes that, or if we do actually have a reaction off it and come down. So I mean, it is not, I don't want to say it's likely, it is, I'm not ruling out the possibility of hitting back down this trend line here, just purely on it. I mean, we're in, the trend is your friend. Look, we're trading in this channel. We're at the top. We've got a 409 for our Stokes looking toppy. Bi-weekly 9. But then obviously to the flip side we've got the 12-hour, we've got the daily 9, and we've got the daily Stokes, the 12-hour Stokes and 10-hour Stokes, all looking good. So so basically what I'm kind of saying is I do realistically expect us to trade sideways to up. But I would be cognizant of the fact we could get a big move down, and if we do get a big move down, it isn't going to surprise me at all, just based on what I've told you, and it won't surprise you guys either now based on what I just told you also. So yeah, that is it, guys. Not much else to cover this morning. Price action is pretty much where I left it last night. So yeah, thanks for listening, guys. Remember, this is not a financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Always do your own research, and I will speak to you guys later on today.